exactly 3 months since he was sworn in as the Honourable Minister for Industries, Trade and Investment. Dr. Okechukwu Enelamah held his first press briefing where he used the opportunity to articulate and outline the plans and strategies of his ministry for the nation.
I've held and attended several meetings with local and foreign entrepreneurs, business executives, industry groups, and trade missions. I've met and discussed with fellow members of the Federal Executive Council. I've met with the chief executives of all the parastatals that we supervise in our ministry. I've accompanied the president on some of his foreign trips, engaging in discussions around business and investment in and for Nigeria. And one of my first official outings as minister was actually to represent Nigeria at the World Trade Organization WTO Ministerial Conference, which was held for the first time in Africa in Nairobi in December.
He also shared the mandate of the Ministry of Industries, Trade and Investments, and also the 4 pillars upon which it will articulate and carry out its plans and policy framework.
I've come to appreciate a number of things, which, if you permit me, I would like to use to frame the conversation about Nigeria's present and future from an economic viewpoint, which is really what our ministry is about and what the discussion today is about. The first one is that these are extraordinary times for Nigeria as a country, for us as citizens, and also for us as a government. Oil prices, on which, as you know, we depend on oil, for 75% of government's revenues and 90% of our foreign exchange earnings are down at least 70% since mid-2014. Coupled with these are the knock-on effects from changing conditions in the world's 2 largest economies. The end of the era of quantitative easing in the United States and availability of higher returns to investors in that market, and of course the slowdown in China that has been widely reported. The last 3 months have also afforded me and my team the opportunity to begin to define and articulate our vision for the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. I will start by listing the 4 pillars of that vision, and then I'll go on to flesh them out. The first one, which I'm sure it won't be the first time you've heard me say it, is to create an enabling environment for industry, for trade, and for investment in Nigeria. I am fully persuaded that that's our number 1 remit. 2, implement the Nigeria Industrial Revolution Plan, NIRP. 3, champion the cause of Nigeria's MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises, as a means of creating jobs and achieving inclusive growth. 4, attract proactively, and mark the word proactively, long-term local and foreign investment to help us move forward. Let me now expand on these pillars, starting with the first. Create an enabling environment for industry, trade, and investment in Nigeria. We are working to position the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment as an enabler and facilitator of business and investment in the country. We would like Nigerians and all the international community that work with us and the world at large to regard the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment as, in a sense, or as a way of speaking, the Ministry of Enabling Environment. In other words, that's really what we're about. That's our core mandate, if you really break down what we do or what we should be doing. When we say enabling environment, we mean one in which it is progressively easier to do business. We mean an environment where policies are predictable and consistent. We mean an environment where the government acts as a partner to business and investment and not a competitor or an adverse regulator. And we mean one in which there is macroeconomic stability. By the way, we're not saying these things are easy, but remember this is a vision, and this is the vision we have for this country. In the weeks and months ahead, we'll be unveiling a number of important initiatives aimed at addressing Nigerians' consistently poor performance on various global competitiveness and ease of doing business indices.
Today is a remarkable day for the investment community and other key components of the Industry, Trade and Investment Ministry, because it has a key focus of pushing Nigeria's diversification from dependency on crude oil. We expect that this dispensation will achieve this and carry all stakeholders along.